Hello students, today I am going to teach you a very important chapter of English grammar which is non-finite. But first of all, I have to teach you from where it has been derived. It's a part of verb. So first of all, we have to know what is verb. What do you mean by verb? A verb is a word which denotes action taken by the subject in the given sentence. For example, if I say, I play cricket, here play is verb and the action is taken by me, that is I. So, we come to know that a verb is an action word which denotes action taken by the subject in the given sentence. The subject may be different one. Now, verb has been classified into two parts. Number one is finite verb and number two is non-finite verb. Now we have to know what is a finite verb. A finite verb is such kind of a verb form which changes as per subject and tense pattern in the given sentence. But non-finite is such kind of verb form which doesn't change even after change of subject and tense pattern. It remains the same along with all the subject, and it is not required that it will be changed just after change of tense pattern. So non-finite is a form of verb which doesn't change even after change of subject, even after change of tense pattern. For example, if I say, I want to teach you, he wants to teach you, they wanted to teach you. When I say I want to teach you, he wants to teach you, they wanted to teach you, the verb want is being changed as per change of subject, I, he and they. Not only this, it is also being changed as per tense pattern. As I have told you, they wanted to teach you. They wanted to teach you, it is in simple past. So, the verb want is being changed as per subject and tense pattern as want, wants and wanted. But to teach and to teach remains the same in all the mentioned sentences which I have mentioned. So, want is here a finite verb, while to teach is known as non-finite verb. Now, when we come to know regarding the classification of finite verb, it has been defined, it has been classified into two parts, transitive and intransitive. Transitive verb contains an object and intransitive verb does not contain any object. For example, he writes a letter. Here, letter is an object which is required by the verb write, and as it requires an object, the verb write is known as transitive verb. Because if we say he writes, the question is what does he write, and the answer is he writes a letter. So it requires an object, and when a verb requires an object, the verb is said to be transitive verb. Intransitive verb is such kind of verb form which doesn't require any object to complete its sense. For example, if I say he runs, it is a complete sentence and it doesn't require anything else to complete its meaning and sense. He sleeps. It doesn't require any word to complete its sense. It is meaningful in itself. So, it doesn't require any object and hence it is under intransitive verb. Now, we have to know non-finite verb. As I have defined you that non-finite verb is such kind of a verb which doesn't follow tense pattern and it is used along with all subjects having the same form. Now, under classification, non-finite verb has been classified into 3 parts. Number 1 is infinitive. Infinitive. It is such kind of a verb form which is represented in the form of 2 plus main verb or with main verb without 2 form. When it is represented in 2 plus main verb, it is known as simple infinitive. And when we represent it without 2, that is when we use simply main verb form, such verb form is defined as bare infinitive in the given sentence. For example, if I say to walk is a good exercise, here to walk is simple infinitive. And if I say he makes me sing, he makes me sing, वह मुझे गवाता है. He makes me swim, वह मुझे तैराता है. तो in this sentence, swim or sing is bare infinitive. So infinitive has been classified into 2 parts. Number 1 is simple infinitive, in which 2 is added along with main verb, and number 2 is bare infinitive, which is written without adding 2 before it. Now, one thing is very clear, that when we use infinitive, it is used as a subject and as an object also. For example, if I say I like to walk, I like to walk, here to walk is simple infinitive and it has been used as an object to the verb like. So it can be said that infinitive may be used as a subject as well as an object. The second classification is gerund. It is known as verbal noun. Naturally, it has been originated from a verb, but it is used as noun. इसकी origin verb है, लेकिन इस सेंटेंस में नाउन की तरह यूज होता है, जिसके कारण इसको वर्बल नाउन करके जाना जाता है. In short, it is defined as verbal noun. It is known as verbal noun. For example, if I say walking is a good exercise, here walking is a gerund and the main verb is walk. When we add ing form along with the main verb walk, it becomes noun and it is known as gerund. So it is known as verbal noun also. So this example, walking is a good exercise, in this sentence, walking has been used as gerund in subjective form. And if I say, I like walking, walking is gerund here in the form of an object. So a gerund is also used as a subject as well as an object. Sometimes it is used as object to the preposition of. Just for example, if I say I am fond of walking, I am fond of singing. So singing and walking both are gerund, preposition to the object of. In this way we use gerund in the form of subject, in the form of object also, and sometimes object to the preposition of also. Now the third classification is participle. It is known as verbal adjective. It is known as verbal adjective. Its origin is verb, but it is used to qualify a noun which is written just after it. And for example, you may see here in number 3, having taken meal, I slept. Here, having taken meal, it is an example of perfect participle. And meal is noun here, it's noun. So, it's written here, having taken meal, I slept. And having taken is written as having plus a V3 form. This is V3 form. Of take. So the main verb is take and its V3 form is taken, and having taken is an example of perfect participle. So when we study regarding participle, we come to know that participle is known as verbal adjective, and it has been classified into 3 parts. Number 1 is present participle, number 2 is past participle, and number 3 is perfect participle. So in the same way we use it in sentences, or we try to practice it just after making sentences or searching sentences in the given sentences or in the given exercises. For example, present participle. Present participle is represented in the form of V1 plus ing plus noun. V1 plus ing plus noun. Example, walking stick is used by old persons. Walking stick, the main verb is walk, and it is mentioned as V1 plus ing, and just after that we use noun, walking a stick. So a stick is being qualified here. What kind of a stick? Walking a stick. So walking a stick is represented as present participle. Past participle. Past participle. In past participle we use V3 form along with noun. Written test. Written test will be conducted in school. So test is your noun and written is past participle. In this way we can see burnt child dreads with fire. What kind of child? Burnt child. Burnt is V3 form of burn. So when noun is added just after use of V3 form, it is represented in past participle form, because noun is being qualified by its use, and ultimately it's defined as verbal adjective, because the function of adjective is to qualify a noun or pronoun. Second example, I can say you that when I say written test will be conducted, test is noun here and written is V3 form of write. The third example is perfect participle. Perfect participle is represented in the form of having plus V3 plus noun oblique pronoun. For example, here I have written having taken meal I slept. If noun here represented as meal. And the second example is having written a letter I posted it. Having written a letter I posted it. Having written a letter. Letter is noun here. So if I represent and if we represent having plus V3 plus noun, it is under classification of perfect participle. So ultimately, here we have come to know regarding classification of non-finite verb, in which I have classified infinitive, gerund and participle. Under infinitive, I have classified two kinds of infinitive, simple infinitive and bare infinitive. Simple infinitive is represented as to plus main verb. Bare infinitive is represented as without to plus without to, means only main verb is represented as bare infinitive. Gerund, it has been shortly known as verbal noun. Participle, it is shortly known as verbal adjective. And under classification, we have come to know present participle, past participle and perfect participle. In this way, we have come to know the concept regarding non-finite, under which we have studied infinitive, gerund and participle along with classification of participles. Thank you very much. Try to do better exercises based on that.